Trust is the invisible thread that holds our lives together. We build relationships, families, businesses, and dreams upon it. But when that trust breaks, it doesn't just leave cracks, it shatters something deep inside. I learned that the hard way. Not from an enemy, not from a stranger, but from someone I called family. I'm not telling this story for sympathy. I'm sharing it because maybe, just maybe, someone out there will hear it and recognize the warning signs I missed. I met Richard 27 years ago. Back then, I was nobody. Just a young man with big ideas, sleeping on the office couch, working 18-hour days trying to get my first company off the ground. Richard came recommended by a friend, an accountant who didn't wear expensive suits or talk down to people like us. He showed up in jeans and a wrinkled shirt, sat beside me for hours explaining not just numbers, but the meaning behind them. That day he didn't charge me a cent. Consider it an investment in our future, he said. That was the day our friendship began, or so I thought. Over the years, Richard became more than my accountant. He became my confidant, my advisor, my brother. When I was at my lowest, he told me I would change the world. He was there through failures and triumphs. My children called him Uncle Rich. When my son was born, he was the second person to hold him. When my son was baptized, Richard stood as his godfather, promising to always protect him. I trusted him more than anyone. 5 years ago, I decided I wanted to help children in need, kids who had talent, dreams, and hearts full of potential but no opportunities. I wanted to build schools, fund health care, and give them a chance to change their lives. Richard said he would handle it all. You focus on your companies, he told me. Let me handle the charity. I agreed. I transferred tens of millions into a charitable fund he managed. For 2 years, everything looked perfect. There were reports, photos, updates, smiling children, new schools, medical clinics, scholarships. The spreadsheets all added up. Richard always had detailed answers. He sounded passionate, sincere. I had no reason to doubt him. I even told my friends to do the same. Find someone you trust like Richard, I'd say. Then one day, everything fell apart. A journalist called, asking about shell companies receiving millions from my fund. Companies I had never heard of. At first I laughed. It had to be a mistake. But when I called Richard, he didn't answer. Not that night. Not the next. Not ever again. That's when the sinking feeling began. The investigation that followed uncovered a nightmare. Every report, every photograph, every number, all fabricated. The schools in the pictures didn't exist. The scholarships were fake. The clinics were never built. Richard had created a network of fake companies and stolen nearly everything. Tens of millions gone. He had even faked reports from real charities to make the fraud look legitimate. When we finally tracked him down, he was living in a villa overseas. Ocean views, marble floors, a staff of 5. A paradise built on lies. We confronted him over a video call. He didn't look ashamed. He didn't even look like the same man. I asked him one question. Why? His answer was cold. Because I could. Because you trusted me completely. I told him he was like family, that I loved him like a brother. He laughed. We were never friends, he said. You were rich. I saw an opportunity. That was the moment I realized the truth. Everything, every shared meal, every late-night conversation, every promise, it had all been part of a performance, a 27-year lie. For months afterward, I couldn't sleep. I questioned everything, my judgment, my relationships, even myself. If I could be so wrong about Richard, who else might be pretending? I became paranoid, suspicious of everyone around me. I built new systems, added verification layers, isolated myself. I stopped giving to charity. What was the point if I couldn't trust anyone? But eventually, something changed. A close friend said to me, "The real tragedy isn't that Richard betrayed you, it's if you let that betrayal change who you are." That hit me hard, because he was right. I had allowed Richard's deceit to poison the very thing I valued most, my willingness to believe in good, to help others without fear. So I decided to take that power back. I started helping people again, but this time directly. No middlemen, no hidden accounts. I met the children myself. I visited the schools. I spoke with doctors and parents and students. I watched the impact with my own eyes. The difference was real. The trust was earned. Slowly, the pain began to fade. There are still nights when I wake up angry, still moments when I feel that sting of betrayal, but I've learned something powerful. Betrayal can break your trust, but it can't destroy your purpose unless you let it. I still believe in helping people. I still believe in compassion. I just do it differently now, wisely, carefully, but wholeheartedly. If you've ever been betrayed, remember this: the worst thing you can do is let that betrayal turn you into someone you're not. Trust again, but never blindly. Give, but verify. Believe, but stay aware. Because true strength isn't just in forgiveness, it's in continuing to love and help, even after being hurt.